I would take an oath on a cyber Bible and raise my right hand that my personal method of encryption in the following is true. Encryption of my own design. What am I talking about? Let's say, for example, I give you my password or passwords. You still cannot get in to my websites such as YouTube here or any of my websites. Nope, it's impossible. Why? Because on top of my own password, I've designed my own encryption. That's right. I have encryption of my own personal design on top of my password. And now, if I would tell you how I did it, here's what you would say to me, and I quote you. Greg, you're a pure genius. And in your sleep, you would say, Greg, you're a pure genius. Now, the beautiful thing about my own personal design, and I'm not using no computer software for my personal design, it's my own personal, from my brain cells, my personal design of encryption. And the beautiful part about it, I can use any key on the keyboard. You see, hackers simply hate my guts. Why? Because I give them one hell of a headache. You know, if you let me try to rephrase this. You know, in some areas I'm dumb as a box of rocks. And in some areas I'm a pure genius. And if you could get into my brain, it would probably shock you to death. I guess I take after the Reddens. Now, you got to remember, I have an uncle, my dad's brother. He's a doctor. He's a doctor in mathematics. And I think that genetic code, the genetic makeup, how we're all born, I think a little bit of that is in my genetic makeup when I was born. Like I said, in some areas I'm dumb, but in other areas I'm a pure genius. And it would shock you if you knew how I encrypted my own password. Now, you're saying, why are you telling us this? Because I still know I'm still smarter than you are, because I know even if I told you how I encrypted it, here's where the genius comes in. You still cannot get in because I can use call my encryption twisted. It's like a horror movie. My encryption is a horror movie to hackers. It's not a movie, it's real life, me. Even if you knew my encryption, you still cannot get in because I use every key I can use any key on the keyboard. Now, does that blow your mind? You know, you may call me crazy, but my mom did not raise a fool.